Postman has a large number of third-party integrations that you can use for your API development. Today, we're going to focus on integrating Travis CI. To get started with Travis CI, first we need to log in and grab a token. I'm going to use my GitHub credentials, which is going to ask for authorization and then redirect us back. Here in the development options, we're going to see where we can grab our token, and I'm just going to copy this to my clipboard. Now that we have that token, let's go through the steps to actually integrate Travis CI. The first thing we need to do inside of Postman to start this integration is to click on the APIs icon in the left sidebar. From here, I'm going to choose my Ice Cream Shop API. And over here on the right side of the user interface, you'll see an option for test and automation. When I click on that, I see a number of integrations that we have down here at the bottom, such as Circle CI, Jenkins, Bitbucket, and I'm going to choose the Travis CI icon here. The first thing we need to do here is provide a nickname. I'm just going to call this Travis. And then we need to paste in the API key or the token that we got from Travis CI. When we enter this token, you'll see an animation playing here, and this is populating this drop-down list with a list of all of the repositories that Travis CI has access to. I'm going to find my API project in the list and select that and say that I want to connect this. We've added that new integration, and from here we can configure the Postman CLI. If your API doesn't already have a collection, you can generate one. In my case, I already have a collection available. You can also choose an environment if you want to use a specific environment for your configuration. The governance and security is used for enterprise-level teams. Based on those configuration options above, Postman will generate this Travis YAML file that you'll use in your repository. This will need a Postman API key, and down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a button to generate an API key as well. And you can enter that as an environment variable within your CI/CD environment. Let's go take a look at how to do that on Travis. Back over here on Travis CI, I'm just going to pick one of my projects at random. I'm going to click on the three horizontal lines over here, sometimes called a hamburger menu, and I'm going to click on the settings button. When we scroll down on here, we're going to see a section called environment variables. And in this case, we'll paste in Postman_API_key. You can paste in the value that we generate within Postman for your API key. This dropdown will allow you to select whether to use this environment variable on every branch, or perhaps you only want to use this particular API key on a development branch or a QA branch, or you can just specify use this on all branches. You'll also need to click the add button here as well. And we generally recommend for API keys that you keep this setting off because you don't want to expose your API key within your build log as a security precaution. At this point, your Travis CI configuration should be complete. If we come back to Postman and click on our API, we'll see the test and automation is set up over here for Travis CI. When we click on the test and automation screen from here, you'll see a list of all of the builds that run. In this case, I don't have any builds, but they would show up in a populated list here, along with a timestamp, which branch it ran on, how long it took, and so on. You can also trigger a manual build by clicking on the button that says Run Build, or a build will automatically run as Travis CI detects that you've pushed code into a repository. If you ever need to update your Postman CLI configuration, you can click on the gear icon here with the option that says CI configuration, and you can come back, choose a different environment, choose a different collection, and so on, and it will regenerate the configuration file for you here. If you ever find that your API key has been exposed, you can always come back to Postman and generate a new API key and make sure that you paste that in your environment variable within your CI platform. And that's it. You've successfully set up your Travis CI integration.